Well, what can I say? We're back, episode 5, the RugCast, back by popular demand. And here we are today at the world famous, this is a world famous retail store. Everybody in the rug industry in the entire world knows of ABC Carpet and Home. New York's, it's an iconic place. When you think of New York, you know, there's the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, and there's ABC Carpet and Home. And I'm here and privileged to be with Aaron, okay? Aaron Ward, who is a fellow Jersey guy, right?
That is correct.
Born and raised in Jersey. Yeah, Jersey. We love New Jersey. Jersey strong. Not only is he from Jersey, he's a rug cleaner by trade. His background is in rug cleaning, something that Greg and I are fond of. And he is a second generation. His father took over a company, Love and Care.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I know I said earlier was near Sayreville. What town is your father at?
In South Amboy.
South Amboy.
Yep.
Okay. John Bon Jovi's hometown, by the way.
That is
Okay.
true. That is true.
Okay. So the RugCast is always has a rock element to it. Bon Jovi.
Yep.
Sayreville. Everybody knows. What was the name of the nightclub down in Sayreville that everybody used to go to?
Well, down the Jersey Shore or
Near Sayreville.
yeah. Not Hunka Bunka, or is that
Hunka Bunka? Who the heck knows Hunka Bunka? Everybody knows Hunka Bunka. But anyway, Aaron has had an amazing career. He's been doing this, as he told me, he looks very young.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Rugs keep us young.
It certainly hasn't done that for me. It's I got a lot of gray hairs from the rugs. But 25 years, right? You've been in this industry.
That is correct. Almost 30.
And you've had a career starting in rug cleaning, and then you got involved in product sales.
That is correct.
And now you have climbed the mountain. He is at the world famous ABC Carpet and Home.
At the pinnacle.
And he is the general manager, right?
That is correct.
So Aaron, welcome to the RugCast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah. So he's a fan. He's been following us.
I'm a groupie.
He's a groupie. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in the rug business.
Sure. So as you alluded, yes, it was a family business. My father took over a sizable rug cleaning operation, probably in the early 80s. And it wasn't.
Is he still involved?
He is. He is.
Terrific.
He's 75 and still is.
Jersey strong.
Yeah.
Jersey strong.
Still loves it. Still goes into the office every day.
God bless him.
Yeah.
How far does he live from the place?
About a half hour.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's manageable.
Yeah.
That helps. That definitely helps.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not a big commute.
That's like
Not
a dream
what I
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half an hour to clean a rug. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but no, he still likes what he does.
He must. He
Yeah.
must love it. Because we've tried to buy him.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. it's.
And he won't let go.
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
So
there is hope. There is hope.
Timing,
always tomorrow.
timing is everything, right? Timing's everything.
Yeah.
But no, it's, cutting my teeth there, learning the business, learning the dynamics, not only with a rug cleaning business, but to work with family.
Yes.
And that's not easy.
No, it's not.
I believe it always can either bring
Unless you're the king. Right?
Yeah. I mean, literally my father, my mother, my brother, and I all worked there at one point.
That's amazing.
So
that's quite a dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah. It was rewarding, but also very challenging. So,
Indeed.
and
how many years were you in the rug cleaning business, and when did you transition into product?
probably close to around 3-4 years.
Okay.
And then, and unfortunately, it wasn't bringing us closer together. So I, took it upon myself to
Independence Day?
something like that.
Okay.
Remove myself from the equation.
That's good.
Dealing with a rug retailer that was one of our wholesale accounts that
Right.
I always was very fond of them. I always asked questions and they always answered. They always embraced me, almost like a second son.
Good.
So I felt comfortable.
So there was
there.
a great relationship that preceded this move.
Correct.
Got it.
It's always about relationships, but
Yeah.
yes. So I felt comfortable and, made the move. And then, went into the retail aspect, learning product. And again, because I think I had to work harder than anyone because I was the foreigner. I was the outsider.
Absolutely.
I don't fit the profile. Not to, sounds judgmental, but
Well, most people that graduate from Wharton don't go into the rug business.
there you go.
Okay.
So it definitely, I'm not Persian. I'm not Armenian.
No.
So I think I was trial by fire. I had to really work hard, and I learned. And still to this day, I'm learning. But
There's a lot of knots and bolts.
Yes.
Do you think you had the foundation from the rug cleaning days?
Absolutely. I mean, and always, even at the earliest point, my dad was always, let's get the dust out, let's get the stain out. And I was always more, well, what are we cleaning? What is the history behind this piece? What is this object of art? So I always had a passion for it, and I just never recognized it until I started that transition and realized, wow, there's a lot more that I want to know. And and the level of excitement that I saw, I wanted to transfer it onto my clients.
So transitioning from the labor side or the service side, from rug cleaning and rug repairs and rug restoration into sales of new carpet,
Right.
It gave you the nice foundation, and you knew exactly now what you're selling,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And to whom, and the qualities, and which quality will hold up where, and to which home, and
Exactly.
what to put on stairs or what to, right?
Exactly. So it really prepared me. It prepared me for the foundation. Again, I wasn't exposed to, antiquities and, the cities, and the histories of rugs, which then was a whole nother chapter of learning. But definitely I had at least that solid foundation that, let the others kind of open up to me and tell me about this, at that time, unknown world of rugs. So
you transition into a relationship with a company in New Jersey.
correct.
Are they still in business?
They are
Lovely.
different iterations, but it was Rug and Kilim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had stores in Morristown and Short Hills at the time.
Oh yeah. Very familiar with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And they had really Rug and Kilim in those days was a very prominent New Jersey retail establishment. Yes. But there were two brothers.
correct. Yeah, Jason
Nazmael,
and Josh.
and they sort of went in two different directions.
Correct.
And their New Jersey operations sort of fell to the wayside. But back in those days when you were there, which store were you at?
So I started in the Short Hill store, then grew all the way up
Go to Milburn Deli, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
The sandwiches, forget about it.
If you ever go to Short Hills, you go to Milburn Deli,
Yep.
right?
Now
Sure.
they've expanded. They have a couple.
They're
locations.
everywhere
Yeah,
now. It's
yeah.
like
good for them.
It's like a PE company bought them and they're going everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you were dealing with very high-end clients and very high-end products.
That is correct. Yeah,
And
very high.
you started to learn the rugs.
Yep.
And they were also selling broadloom.
That is correct. Yeah.
So you got sort of exposed to
all facets.
all nice high-end soft floor coverings.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, they've expanded into, I was just there once they started expanding into the broadloom arena.
Right.
And high-end Wiltons,
Yeah.
Axes, really didn't get too much involved with the tufted goods, but, very high-end woven products.
What parts of the handmade business did you find from a sales perspective the most challenging?
Ooh, just learning the antiques, because there was never enough to go around.
Right.
And once you thought you learned something or saw every bead jar known, every Saruk known, every whatever Caucasian known,
A new one comes in.
and then another one comes up and you all scratch your head and go, what is this? So,
my personal experience, when I started in 1980, we were cleaning only antique rugs. that's the only kind of rugs that were out there, unless you had a 90-line Chinese or a Pakistan Bokhara. But
A chindi.
yeah, so learning about the rugs, as you said, it was the biggest challenge. But we were lucky in those days because Sotheby's, Christie's, Edelman Galleries, I'm going to name a few antique rug places. You could go once every 2 months and there would be 400 antique rugs on display. And what I did was I would spend hours during the viewings, and I would touch the rugs, and then I would write down what I believe the name of the rug was. And then I would later on go back into the catalog and figure out how accurate I was. And over the course of, say, 5 years, you know, I was able to establish myself as a pretty knowledgeable person. You don't have that anymore.
No, there was no internet then.
No.
You know, there was no.
You had to learn. You actually had to learn.
100%.
I'm going to add to it when my time, when I started, it started getting complicated when the reproduction started coming in. So when the reproductions kicked in, then I was like, wait, you know, is that, no, it's an Indian, right? It's not the actual piece, or it's a Chinese reproduction, or it's a Chinese silk rug. It's like, wait, but I've seen the same rug that, you know, was a 100-year-old antique. No, it's not the same thing. So it made, you know, there's a added layer of, let's call it confusion. But yeah, I mean, I think I've joined you a couple of times. We've been to Sotheby's and we had the brochures in hand. You know, I would study.
It was for me the best way to learn.
Those catalogs, I still remember having a collection myself, and that was my, instead of, you know, comic book, that was my collection. You know, I looked at them incessantly. I mean, I would just go through them, and then not only go through them, but then see what the results were.
So what's the most beautiful antique rug you've ever seen?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. Probably I saw an oversized silk cerise one time that definitely I still remember. I mean, that's, you know.
How big was it?
It was about a 12 by 18.
Yeah, see?
So
you see a lot of 5 by 7s.
Yeah, or smaller.
Right, but to see a 10 by 14.
Silk cerise.
Yeah, silk cerise.
Silk cerise. We just bought one recently.
We saw
that's
one.
right. It was on your other podcast.
We exactly. So he's
it.
reinforcing what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. How about you, Greg? What was the most beautiful antique rug you ever seen?
It was an old. There's two that stick to my mind. There was an oversized sultanabad, beautiful, and then the other one was a. I remember a beautiful Haji Jalili Tabriz that we saw together. It was amazing. And then a couple of Aubusons, some period piece. Louis the 13th, I believe. Louis the 13th Aubuson. Just amazing craftsmanship. And I was lucky enough to see those rugs when they came in for repairs, right? So not at auction. I didn't see those at auction, but those were coming in for repairs. So I saw them with a little bit of damage, and I saw what we were able to do to them and just resurrect them. So those are the three main pieces that stick to mind.
You want to know what mine was?
Sure.
I'm dying for someone to ask.
Yeah.
Phillip, please.
Please. Okay.
No pressure.
All right. So there's two. In the 80s, we did a lot of work for the Phipps estate out in Old Westbury. Everybody knows who the Phipps, one of the greatest family. And in their living room, they had a 26 by 15 Modeshem Kashan from the old Modeshem. Perfect condition, original fringe, original side cords. Okay? That's a very rare item.
Yeah.
Very rare. Okay? And then the other rug, for which we have at our place of business, we have a picture of this rug still on the wall. A gentleman by the name of Burj Abajian.
Sure.
Everybody knows Burj. He's one of the great.
He's a character.
Yeah. He sold a rug, a Haji Jalil Tabriz, to a guy by the name of Aldo Netto. Okay? He was in the fabric business. Years later, he calls me up because I used to clean his rugs. And he says, I'm moving. I've got this Tabriz I bought from Burj. would you like to buy it? And it was 12 by 18, perfect condition, amazing Haji Jalil. And I bought the rug, and I bought it with, by the way, as luck would have it, a gentleman that is probably going to be in the building today at some point. No, none other than Darius Sakai.
Huh? Okay.
We bought it together, and we ended up giving it to his sister as a wedding present. Very memorable rug.
Definitely for many
So
layers.
that's some story.
Yeah.
Definitely. Wow.
But I'll show you the picture of the rug. It's at Costikyan. I still have a picture of the rug framed on the wall. So, small world.
Yeah. That's great.
So, let's ask about now. What's it like now selling rugs for you here? And again, I want everybody that's listening to understand like the relevance of this business. The gentleman that founded this business, Jerry Weinreb, he's on the Mount Rushmore of rug and carpet. He's on the Mount Rushmore.
Fair statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's three people that Mount Rushmore, right? Is it 3 or 4? Does anybody know?
It's 4.
It's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
He's definitely up there,
Yes.
right? Definitely up there. So, but in today's world, brick and mortar,
Yes.
internet.
Yes.
So
Challenge.
what's it like now to, be a merchant and sell beautiful things? Like the stuff I'm looking at that are right around me are just spectacular.
Yeah, no, it's, speaking of the internet, I mean, definitely there are some challenges, but also we get to lean on, our history. We get to lean on our iconic brand and title.
Right.
I don't take it lightly, and I tell my team not to take it lightly. If clients coming in here, whether it's their first time or their second, third time, or second or third generation, I don't treat it lightly. And whether I'm still selling, not that we carry it, but I still get the same feeling and the same high selling a $200 rug as I do a $200,000 rug.
Really?
Yeah.
I would get much higher with the 200,000.
That's true. But it's just,
I understand what you mean. I understand.
And I always say though, in 30 years, I've never sold a rug.
Right.
I always say that I put the client and the right object of art together.
That's good advice. That's good.
I don't, you can't sell, you can sell a floor covering, but we're in the business of floor art.
What percentage of customers that you feel that walk through the doors here have awareness of where they're at versus, whomever?
I would say the majority definitely are aware,
Right.
and you can recognize those that aren't. Again, to certain individuals, yeah, $500, $1,000 for a 10 by 14 is a healthy budget. But again, I don't want to say that we're expensive. We just have higher level, higher quality pieces.
This is New York, the number one city in the world.
Yeah.
If you don't have the most expensive rugs here,
Where?
would they be in Worcester, Massachusetts?
Right, exactly.
Where would they be?
No,
right?
every piece has semblance and is curated in these piles, truly,
And it's been that way
since day one.
since day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you see the trend today? A client walks in, are they walking in and going right to the antique piles? Or are they going more to the modern looking Nepalese Tibetan rugs?
Great question. I mean, it used to be they're starting with their rug, clean slate, looking for an 8x10. Now I would say it's kind of opposite. The room is done. Here's my fabrics, kind of the last piece to the puzzle. I do like having the opportunity to show more if it's a clean slate, but I would say more is, project driven or more specific. And because we're New York, because of, who we are, yes, I sell to New York, but a very good portion of our sales is not to New York. We have clients flying in from all over. We just shipped a couple of bales to London not too long ago for a project. So, each area has a slight different audience and a slight different category. Like Florida, contemporary and cooler colors.
Yeah.
Period. Stop.
Yeah. Gray,
know,
beige, contemporary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Whites.
right. Contemporary, you know, but Northeast, you know, I'm shipping some to Boston. There, they still like traditional. You know,
Yeah.
more of the
Yes.
saturated colors.
It's true.
So I think it, as a whole, our numbers are kind of all over the place and maybe skewed, but it's because we sell to such a diverse audience.
But that's good.
And it is good, you know, because not that it's a challenge, but you never know, what's going to come through the doors next.
Well, it works for you and ABC because you have the inventory.
We have the variety.
You have the variety in your inventory where you
Yes.
can hit on all different types of markets.
Right.
So you're not, you know, oh, sorry, we don't have the Oriental.
Right.
We're only working on these types of, you know, new rugs.
Yes.
But you have antiques, you have the Oriental, you have the modern rugs.
No, it's very well rounded. And definitely we have some of the pillars that are known for ABC, you know, kind of we call it our color reform or the over dye. It still sells. People still ask for it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, we have a certain, like this piece behind us here, our alchemies are on the floor. Again, certain signature pieces that are very, again, ABC. You know, you're not very fashion forward, color forward. You're not going to see anywhere else. And that's always been on brand for us. Always a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
You know, the recognition of ABC in New York is so strong. They have had a very successful cleaning business as well.
Yeah.
ABC Cleaning is the third largest rug cleaning business in the city of New York. And we're very heavily involved with ABC because we provide the services and we have a partnership with ABC in the rug cleaning business. So that's been exciting for us.
Sure.
It's something that is sort of new to us. This relationship has been in existence since the beginning of time. It's just in the last 2 years, Greg and I have had direct relationships with ABC Rug Cleaning. Mm-hmm. So it's been a great collaboration. And tell us about how it works here, ABC Rug Cleaning.
Yeah, no, it's, again, to refer or to lean on a partner is an extension of yourself. You know, you want the same, you know, I can control a certain situation about delivering a rug or, you know, selling a rug or pricing this and that. But then when you refer or hand off the client to the cleaning, you want to know that it's going to be maintained at that same level. And it's stress-free. We know it's going to be tended to. We know it's going to be taken care of. And, you know, we point out to some of our, as you alluded, vintage antique rugs. And, you know, just as they were maintained and serviced 20, 50, 100 years ago is the same way you guys essentially are doing it today, right, albeit more modernized. Yeah. You know, there's been advancements, and that just, it empowers and proves the point, because if someone's spending $10,000 on a rug, they want to know that there's and they can lean on the support to take care of it.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand.
It's very important. I feel that whenever you're selling a product and you have the extension or the ability to refer your own cleaning service, saying, hey, if you ever need services, this is who you go out to, you know, and this is who you're going to use. They're going to do a great job. They're going to clean your rugs and repair your rugs. And having that added service is definitely a benefit, because I put myself in that position. If I'm a consumer and I'm spending $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a piece of fabric that I'm going to put on the floor, I'm going to want to know that these people are going to be able to take care of it.
They're going to be with me the whole way through the lifetime of the rug.
Yeah. I don't want to just say, well, there's a couple of companies out in New York City, may the best man win. Right. You know, open up Google, Google search rug cleaners. No, you're going to call ABC Rug Cleaning, and they're going to be with you from pickup to cleaning to whatever services your rug
from
may
beginning
need.
to end. Yep. No, it's an invaluable partnership and asset, because something is going to spill on it. You know, it does need to be maintained. So
always,
you know,
I could say this from the service provider perspective: we will value the relationship that you are giving us to a higher degree than in many ways our own customer, because you're in the business of giving us business, providing us with and trusting us with your customers.
Yep.
If we don't treat them with the highest level of respect and regard and go to all the lengths possible, we never want one person to ever go to Aaron and say, hey, I had a bad experience. Can't have that. So for that reason, that's how we treat everything that comes in under ABC, and it works. It definitely works. So what was do you have a rug cleaning story for me? Like going back to rug cleaning? I mean,
I do remember.
You did it for a while. And
yes. One of my rite of passages, we had an old wrapping and table with rollers.
Oh, yes,
You press a pedal and it would just help roll the rug automatically. I have been rolled in a rug a few times.
Oh my God.
So I'll just leave it at that. Rite of passage, I guess,
You know what? I guess you were a rookie at one point, right?
Yeah,
you got the rookie treatment?
The hazing.
Yeah, the hazing.
Yeah. But that was the extent of it. But no, it's not one that really sticks out except
clean a rug that had a bad stain that you remember that was like...
I think what it was always more about the rug.
Right.
For me, it was always more about how can I restore it? How can I bring it back to its glory? What can I do to, it's so beautiful that, and again, I'm in someone's home, I'm part of someone's decor. I've never taken it lightly. And I've always just wanted to bring it back to that original, or at least as close as possible. And
it's always exciting when it happens.
Yeah, yes,
that's the thrill.
Gratifying.
The thrill of the chase.
Yeah.
So family dynamics aside, which side of the business, service side or the sales side, do you?
I still get more of the high from the sales.
Sales.
Yeah. It's just again I think since the pandemic and everything, when you touched on that, I think the home is definitely the most sacred, and at one point was your office, it was your diner, it was your everything, and to have an ABC rug on the floor in that scenario, you can't take that lightly, and it's you have to treat it with the highest responsibility, I think. And one invaluable lesson that I had to learn was to listen. And a client will tell you what they're looking for. And, with all the knowledge in the world of antiques and new rugs and how it's made and this and that, if I regurgitated that to a client, they're just like, well, that's great. It doesn't mean anything, or, well, that's great about this type of rug, but I don't like that. I like this. So it's really listening and focusing on what's best for that client. So,
did you ever meet Jerry Weinreb?
I have.
Yeah. How about you?
Not personally. No. I've in passing.
Right.
I was years ago. His office was like on the second floor. Like, he was here, but
it was like a dark office.
I haven't met him. No.
I remember the first time I met him was in his office, and I don't know if you remember back in the day, Costikyan used to manufacture, import needlepoint rugs and Tibetan rugs. And Jerry was famous for, as he put it, buying other people's mistakes. So if you had excess inventory, he was always interested in meeting with you. And we had gotten into a position where we had a lot of extra rugs that were just not selling, and we just needed to get rid of them. And I was introduced to him, and Graham Head was there. Graham was another historic icon in this business, and I was with Len Andolino. Len knew Jerry, and Len was working for us at the time. And I showed him about $500,000 worth of rugs, and he offered me $50,000.
Yep.
And he goes, "Take it or leave it." And that was it. Probably some of those rugs are still in ABC inventory, I would imagine.
We're selling it as vintage as we speak.
That's interesting. It's great. That's great.
So you've met Greg for the first time.
That is correct. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Good looking guy, right?
Sure.
I mean, look at
Not
him.
my type, but
he
sure.
he never ages, this guy. I always say that about him.
Like I said, Phil, the rugs keep us young.
Some of us.
Yeah.
Some of us. So, look, it's been great catching up with you.
Thank you. Likewise.
And we look forward to more adventures with you. And we want to thank everybody at ABC for hosting us here. This is such a great environment to share stories and experiences. And Aaron,
Yep.
Great to meet you.
Likewise. Thank you.
All the best, everybody.
Thanks, Greg.
12th floor, remember us, renew us. Hope we did a good job. Take care.